Welcome to Reveal This. Today, we reveal Tom Jones. Tom Jones is suddenly everywhere again. His classic performances are going viral, younger fans are discovering his music for the first time, and streaming numbers for his biggest hits are climbing like it's a comeback season all over again. But the real reason people are talking isn't just nostalgia. It's the growing conversation about what Tom Jones has endured behind the scenes, the pressure, the loneliness, the reinvention, and the personal losses that shaped the man behind the legendary voice. For decades, the world saw him as fearless and unstoppable, a performer with charisma so strong it filled arenas. But behind the spotlight was a life far more complicated than most people ever realized. Tom Jones was born Thomas John Woodward on June 7, 1940, in Pontypridd, Wales, and he grew up in a working-class home where nothing came easy. As a teenager, his life took a difficult turn when he developed tuberculosis, forcing him to spend long periods confined and recovering. While most boys his age were out living freely, Tom was stuck inside, learning patience the hard way. But it was during those quiet, restless months that he discovered the one thing that would eventually change everything: his voice. He didn't just sing well. He had a sound that felt too powerful to ignore, and before long, he was performing at local clubs, catching attention without even trying. In the early 1960s, Tom began building a name for himself, and by 1964 he had signed a recording contract that would transform him into a Tom Jones. Then, in 1965, everything exploded when It's Not Unusual became a global hit. Almost overnight, he went from a young man with a gift to an international sensation. Hit after hit followed, including songs like What's New Pussycat and Delilah, and his fame quickly became larger than life. Fans screamed, venues sold out, and he became known not only for his voice, but also for his magnetic stage presence. Yet the more the spotlight grew, the more demanding his life became. Touring was constant, rest was rare, and the pressure to stay relevant never stopped. What made Tom different from so many stars of his era is that he refused to fade away. When trends shifted and musical styles changed, he adapted. When newer artists dominated radio, he reinvented himself instead of competing the old-fashioned way. His comeback moment in the late 1980s, especially with Kiss, proved he could still shock the world and win over a completely new generation. But even as he conquered decades of music history, there was always one steady anchor in his life: his wife, Linda, who had been with him since the very beginning. Then came the loss that changed everything. In 2016, Linda passed away after 59 years of marriage, and it left Tom devastated. He later admitted that grief hit him in a way he never expected, because she wasn't just his partner, she was his home. After her death, he moved away from the UK, choosing to start over somewhere else simply to survive the pain of constant reminders. Now, in 2025, Tom Jones remains a living legend, still performing, still standing, and still proving that real icons aren't defined by one era, they're defined by endurance. His voice carries more history now, more emotion, and more truth than ever before. And that's why people are talking again, because Tom Jones was never just a star. He was, and still is, a survivor.